everybody, welcome to the M Lab. What it shortly stands for is the I can't put that on YouTube for YouTube purposes. But today we're going to definitely talk about some stories that I saw on TikTok and another one on Instagram. And that is going to be apparently someone's wife. I'm not going to say who it is, their names and stuff like that. I'll probably show the video on here and everything. It's apparently someone's wife. Her husband ran her over with an excavator. I think I'm saying that wrong. I forgot what it was.
Excavator.
I don't know if it was an excavator or if it was just like something completely different because the lady says a different name. But I would, and honestly, it's just an excavator. And blames her husband in a joking manner because she is. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. And then apparently,
Insecure.
no, not insecure. No, I'll get into that, like I said, a little bit later. And also, we're gonna also talk about an elderly woman dies after teenage employee beats her up, in a coffee shop. Um, and then maybe we're gonna dabble into some things that Wolf has told me about recordings of dreams. He mentioned it to me earlier. It was actually pretty cool. But we'll see how we get into that today. But let's start with some introductions. My name is Beanbag. Um, I am 25 years old. I almost forgot my age for a second there. I'm 25 years old. I'm kind of just more of a middleman type person. I don't really take sides and stuff unless, like, I absolutely have to or I'm really passionate about something. So I'm kind of just like, I love talking about everything. I love talking about cooking and all that stuff. I also have I have Tony and I also have Wolf here. So Tony, go ahead if you want to say some things about yourself.
Yo,
Excavator.
um, how's it going? I'm Tony. Nah, I'm playing. Yo, what's good? Tony, also known as GSW Tony. I'm a practicing medic. Um, a lot of things that I talk about is purely from what evidence is given. I have a lack of empathy in a lot of things, but that also makes me the best person when talking about pure facts. So, what's up?
All right, well, go ahead. Tell yourself. Put your input in here.
I'm just here. No, I'm joking. My name is Wolf582. I have my own gaming channel, and also the footage you're seeing right now is gonna be me playing in the background while we all talk about little things here and there. These two mostly talk. I'm kind of the quiet one, but I put my input here and there.
That's it.
And I was trying to think before you interrupted me, ma'am. Gosh, I can't believe this. Um,
Women, am I
yeah,
right?
yeah, well, fucking women,
Hmm.
can't get enough of them. Get rid of them. You know what? You know what? Remove her from the call.
Yeah, I'm the host. The fuck?
Uh, Unfortunately for you, you made this a union, so we're voting you out,
Oh
chairman,
no! All right,
new
continue,
chairman, and
continue. All
everything.
right, all right, all right,
All
continue.
right, all right, all right. But I play a lot of video games. I'm the techie guy. I'm the guy in the chair who helps with the editing if needed. I do things logically based. I like my good little fun facts of the day and random shit you'll never know and hear about until I say it.
He's a mystery. We don't know
Like how many
what he's gonna
raccoons
say.
can fit in a certain person's area.
Okay, okay, okay. Well, okay, that's awesome. Anyways,
They
so
told me that's my role. This is the only time I get a chance to say it.
Hmm?
I'm
huh?
here against my will. Help.
I mean, no, you're deciding
Blink twice.
this.
Blink 3 times for the audience.
Help him,
I
guys.
can't see I'm blinking.
Exactly. You're a slave.
Oh, okay. That has to be. That's not me. No, I don't.
That's okay on YouTube. That one's allowed.
I'm a
I checked it
slave to the
myself.
Democrats, bro.
I checked it
That's what I'm a
myself. That
slave
one's okay
to.
to say because he's not you know.
No. Okay. Alrighty. So, anyways, we're gonna get into what the M Lab is about. So our channel is mostly about like theories, slice of life, home remedies, workout motivation, workout gaming, gameplay. We're gonna talk about like anime, manga, psychology, lore, mystery, motivation. We're gonna be a little bit of funnies, a little bit of the hangout, just talking sesh. We're gonna probably get into like ideology and philosophy and the philosophy of life. Just a bunch of friends just getting into a group and just having a fun time. Um, Besides from that, I hope you guys will be able to stick around. And if you have like any questions or you want to conversate in the comment section, go for it. I love to read them. But besides from that, what are we cooking up today? So, like I said earlier, apparently this guy's wife ran his wife over. Now, I kind of want to get into it because I kind of did a deep dive on this woman's account and I didn't really realize the video that she pinned in the very beginning.
I'm the girl that got ran over by her husband by a 10,000-pound skid steer. Story time. So on October 11th, I was helping my husband clean out his shop. The dogs were with us. He was moving his skid steer, and one of the dogs ran out. I went out trying to get the dog. Dog jumped into the cab of the skid steer, hit the joystick, and I was like right next to the track. Dog, husband ran me over. I don't know. Something ran me over. So it grabs my foot. It pretty much sucks me under. It rolls over to like my knee, and then it flipped me over, and then it rolled over the back of my thigh. And that's when he tried to go back, and when he went back, I guess the dog was in the way, and it just like jerked, and it rolled over the other foot. And that's when my right side got degloved, and then the skid steer just spit me out. Like I like flew. Husband gets out of the cab, screaming, "Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance!" I was probably screaming bloody murder for like a minute or two. I mean, everybody could hear me. And then after like a minute or two, the adrenaline just goes throughout my body. It mellows me out so much. Like I'm focusing on my breathing. Like I'm processing. Like okay, I just got ran over. Like I'm so chill, and my husband is over me. Oh my god, baby, I'm so sorry. Like he's crying. He's saying sorry. I literally look at him and I'm like, shut the fuck up. When the ambulance gets there, I told them, do not tell me.
I'm probably gonna try to blur her out because I really don't.
I'm the girl.
I know she's probably posting to, talk about her trauma, get through her trauma and all that stuff. I have no issue with that. It just in my head, this is just more for like information purposes of like just figuring out how and why the human brain works and like how does it affect other people who are seeing her content. And good for her going through her trauma and posting it online for people to see to
Good for her.
get. Yeah, no, I'm just saying like it's good for her to get that feeling out. You know what I'm saying? I hope you're understanding a little bit here. Do you need me to explain it a different way?
I hope it's good for her. I hope it's good for someone when they lose their dog and you just tell them good for you, buddy.
Well, no, I'm just saying like this is something that's good for
I'm
her.
pulling you. I'm pulling
Oh,
you. Like
okay.
I'm pulling you.
Well, she didn't. Apparently, okay. Let me tell you the story first, and I'll probably play the video after this, or add the video into this recording after this. But apparently, what happened is that her husband was driving the excavator or whatever, and the dog ran out of the garage, or she was with her dogs. They ran out in front of the excavator, and it's like one of those ones that have like an opening in the front. So apparently, one of the dogs jumped into the caravan and hit the joystick for it to keep moving forward. And the wife apparently was standing in front of the excavator and just completely run her over. Like it started from her, what I'm guessing her left leg up, all the way up to her knee, and twisted her
Always
around.
a good reminder to feed your dog proper food, or they'll try to kill you.
Okay. Or
Hey,
make
don't
sure you
skip
give
out
your
on the treats.
at least don't skip out on the treats or your dog. It's always
That motherfucker
look,
tried
it's
taking
like
her out.
wait. It's like that meme. It's like that meme like your dog has a low percentage of killing you, but there's always that 1%.
Yeah, that dog was the 1%. He was what the statistic was made for. He said, "I didn't get my fucking greenies today, so I'm gonna put you in the ground."
Oh man.
Yeah. So, uh, so apparently it went up the right leg all the way up to her knee and stuff like that. Spinned her around, um, toward the skin off of her right ankle, and kind of just like spit her out. and she was just like explaining, you know,
Scared. I
um,
was alone.
no,
Alone.
alone at the edge of the
Alone.
universe.
Faces, gonna places.
Okay, no
Let's cut from
copyright, no
them.
copyright, no copyright, no copyright.
Oh no,
Anyways.
not copyright.
I mean, as long as he's singing it, it's technically not copyright.
I guess so. I don't know how YouTube plays about that stuff.
Just kidding. I'm not doing that.
Okay,
Listen,
but
I'll make sure to cut in and cut out if something is copyright needed or not. I know I already read it all, so I'll tell you when it is good or not.
yeah. All right. But besides that point of what happened to her, she's posting it all over her TikTok and stuff like that. Just basically like.
To know, did we get divorced because he ran me over?
No.
Did I say you could speak? Go in the fucking corner. So back to what I was saying. No, we're not getting divorced. Honestly, it's been pretty great. I get whatever I want. I'm always in the right. I get to do whatever I want. I'm gonna ride this forever, honestly. All jokes aside, no, we're not getting divorced. I always get comments like asking, do I feel any type of way towards him because he ran me over, or do I see him different? No, I don't. When I was going to get the dog, and the dog jumped into the skid steer, and like my body like got ran over, it was just slow motion for me, and all I can remember was like looking at Peyton, and like I was talking to myself, and I was like, okay, Olivia, like, because at the time I knew the dog. I'm the girl that got degloved by the skid steer right here. Do a little story time and answer some questions because y'all had a lot of questions for me. First question, who ran me over? My husband.
Question number 1. Will you get your gloves back?
No, I won't.
You know, posting her trauma online, which is okay. People can do that. You know, that's just how some people cope. But the main thing that kind of bothers me about this is that she's blaming her husband in a sense of form of like there's some videos of her saying,
Women.
"Oh, my husband ran over me." And I'm like, "Why are you saying your husband though? If you are saying that the dog jumped into the caravan and pushed the joystick and basically run you over. Like, yeah, your husband was in it, but I'm like, don't put that man through all that emotional trauma. But I want to hear your thoughts about it, guys. I don't know if you have some input about it because, like, you know, she is posting it out there. She's kind of blaming her husband. There's some people in the comment sections that thinking that they're gonna get a divorce because, you know, he ran her over, but I have to admit, this kind of plays the part of how people see things and perceive it. And maybe even not a lot of people have like stuck to that account the whole entire time. And she's just asking for trouble, I'm not gonna lie. You know? Because I think
Mm.
one of her most popular videos was saying, like, oh, my husband ran me over with this. And that's where I got hooked onto it because I was like, what the fuck happened? Did she leave the husband? Did he do it on purpose? Was it attempted murder? So then I had to go through her whole account just to see her journey, which she's doing great. You know, she took 6 months to walk again, and yeah, I just want to hear what you guys' input on it.
I mean, if we're talking about the fact that she's changing up the story, I would say I'm questioning her character, to be honest.
Yeah,
But that's as far as that goes. I mean, how do you go from, oh, it's not his fault to it's his fault? Like, I understand you
yeah,
make it like a joke,
Women.
but then if you do it repetitively, you're not making a joke anymore.
yeah. I mean, like, there's people in the
Clearly,
comment
there's hidden
sections.
something.
Yeah, there's people in the comment sections that are like, "Oh, she will play this for the rest of her life on her husband," but don't you know that's gonna create a lot of mental strain on your partner in the long run to the point where you guys are going to start having problems. I mean, if they believe that their marriage is probably gonna do perfect all the time and they will probably work it out together and stuff like that, but you know, I feel like posting this kind of stuff online is just more of it should just be awareness, not making a joke out of it. And I mean like if you have dark humor, that's fine. Once in a while is fine, but this is kind of like a few videos at a time. You know, it's kind of like you're projecting a little bit that you're blaming your husband when he said it was the dog that triggered this to happen. You know, so it's kind of just like
It's,
weirds me
it's an
out a little bit.
unfortunate set of circumstances.
Yeah,
Man, I wonder if it's just easier for her to blame the husband than it is for her to blame herself. I mean, I think that goes for anybody. It's easier to blame somebody else, a thing, an object, life, God, than
Yeah.
say, yeah, no,
And
I made a mistake.
yeah, in a way, I kind of feel like it was her fault and somewhat of the husband's fault because she stepped in front of it. And the husband should have known that if I see the dog running around, I should have stopped it or turned it off completely, like the kill switch. And
I don't know if vehicles like that have a kill switch.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't really know much about that, unless like, well, if you want to look up if like excavators have like kill switches if anything was
Most of
supposed to
them,
happen.
most heavy machinery should have a form of a kill switch in a sense. It's kind of like how do I say? It's not a button or anything. It's kind of like a little lever or kind of like not like a. It's how they're set up. It's hard to explain because I was in a
Yeah.
few of them. It's hard to
Hmm.
explain how it is. Hold on, I'll look up something and try to show it.
Yeah, yeah. So that we can figure this out properly. So like this is all going down to like human behavior and how it affects others. She might be doing this to recover from her own trauma, which is fine.
I think she's doing it for clout. Based off of me talking
That's
about this,
it,
I think
and
it's only for
it's
clout.
yeah, because now she's kind of like pushing it on and saying like, "Oh, this happened to me." Because like most of her videos actually did gain a lot of traction. I kind of feel that way too. I'm like, okay, now you're trying to milk this a little
Oh
bit too
boy, here
far.
comes my American education trying to spell fucking excavator.
I don't even know
Okay, here we go.
if it was an excavator or not. I probably just say excavator honestly, or heavy machinery. Um, but yeah, no. To keep going on with this a little bit, in my opinion, she could post it online, which is fine. But if you keep going too far and making jokes out of it, like imagine how that feels for the husband, because he was the one that was basically driving it, but didn't had the intentions to actually run you over. If that was me, in my opinion, I would just like have like a really big talk with my wife or husband or whoever I'm with, and be like, listen, like I know you're posting this stuff online, which is totally fine, but you gotta understand at the end of the day, it's also causing a mental toll on me, and you doing this is, I don't know, I would find it very embarrassing,
Okay,
honestly.
so depending on the brand,
Mm-hmm.
there's two different types. There's just the ignition key emergency shutoff, which is just the normal, just you turning off the vehicle. But it's different than most vehicles because like in cars, it's a nice shutoff. But for excavators, it's a abrupt emergency shutoff every time you turn it off. But for some of the bigger ones, it uses a mushroom style red button for emergency
Uh-huh.
shutoffs that use the hydraulic system to shut off the engine immediately.
Yeah, I don't know which one it was, but I hope it was
If
one
it's
of
one of the
those.
smaller, cheaper ones, it
Yeah,
seems to be a
smaller.
key ignition base.
Okay, key ignition.
So all he
Yeah.
had to do was just turn off the vehicle, literally with the key, then everything would be fine. But that's unless the dog isn't in the way of wherever that is, because depending on the brand, it can literally be fucking anywhere and in a horrible place probably for what happened.
Yeah, because the way in the video that looks like the dog literally jumped right onto him, like into his face, in which
To be
I feel
honest, you
so
sure it's not
bad.
even? Are you sure it's not even staged?
I mean, she has it
Are
on her
you?
camera. She says she even showed the video of it happening of the dog like jumping into their face. That's what I'm
I know,
saying.
but
Like,
what's the likelihood of this? Like, this is a very high, like, this is. I don't know. Something about it just screams, just like, saying right here. I feel like if you really look at it, you're going to see the strings.
yeah, in my opinion, I did feel kind of off about it because the way that she's talking about it, the way that this is happening, it kind of just feels like
It's
it's
all
either staged
too just
or
perfect.
it's yeah, but she did show that she was in a hospital for a while. Like I said, in 6 months, she literally learned how to walk and stuff like that. Some people don't just do this. I mean, maybe who knows? There's probably people out there who
Hey,
get
you'd be surprised
purposely.
what people do for just money.
Yeah, well, like Tony, you know what happened to you today? That guy just randomly jumping out in front
Oh
of the
yeah.
car.
So to give some background to people who don't know this, I work as a private security guard for a company. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But today I had an individual run in front of traffic, specifically run in front of a moving vehicle to ask them for a ride. Now, to be fair, this gentleman clearly seemed to be neurodivergent in a way.
Hmm.
I'm not an expert in identifying people with, you know, that kind of tendencies or whatever it may be. But you know when you see somebody, you could tell.
Mentally
Um,
unstable.
very much. Gentleman ran in front of the vehicle, asked, tried to ask, got knocked the hell down.
Hmm.
Very unfortunate for him.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
in that sense of moment, it kind of just seems like he was just doing it for a specific reason, and it actually does happen in real life. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, maybe it was just maybe who knows. What are you guys' thoughts in the comment section
Maybe
if
don't
you
skip out on the treats next time, Heather.
well, in a sense of way, it's like if you guys tell us what you guys think in the comment section, and then I'll probably put up the video after this conversation so you can see it for yourself. I'm just gonna try my best to blur out the lady's face because honestly, like I don't want to bring any attention towards her or a lot of people going towards her. It's just something that we're gonna be
To be
talking
honest, do you
about.
really think they're gonna find them based off the face? All I would say was just don't give the handle. It's gonna take them forever to figure it out.
I'm gonna have to cut that part out because now since you said that, people will actually try to find her by the face because since there's AI. So, anywho, I'm gonna
Very
cut that
true,
part
very
out.
true.
Yeah. But yeah, so uh, I'm gonna try to blur out her face and stuff like that, and blur out the handle. Like, I don't want you guys sending hate to this person. If there's anybody gonna be really watching this, this is just more something to talk about, of like the mental strain that you're putting on your partner. Because like the guys seem pretty depressed in the videos, honestly. Because like who wouldn't? Like, imagine running over your partner, but who knows? It's kind of like a weird mystery, honestly. Um, it's just weird how the human brain works sometimes. Like we want to figure things out, we see the anomalies, and then how it affects other people. Like, how would you take it, Tony, if you
Wait a
accidentally,
second. No.
huh?
She was kind of acting childish, not gonna lie. I mean, you have your husband, you devote yourself to them, yada yada. I'm not married and have a very
Yeah.
hard time, you know, finding a connection.
Luckily,
But
all that cut
here's
out.
so. Should I say it again? I'm just kidding now. But based off of what they were saying, it's like, oh, haha, my husband, it's his fault, ha ha ha. Dude, doesn't matter how you fucking say it. That's one, rude and unnecessary. Are you saying it so often?
Yeah. She said it for a couple of videos, and then next, she started talking about her journey and stuff like that. And honestly, in one of the videos, she kind of seemed like she was pulling it a little too hard, like, "Oh, don't drop me," when he was carrying her and stuff like that. And I'm like, "All right, like, stop putting your husband in the middle of it, man. It was the dog's fault. Blame the fucking dog." But that doesn't mean to get rid of your dog or anything like that. I mean, just blame the fucking dog at this point because it was, ooh, excuse me. Um, it kind of was mostly the dog's fault, in my opinion. I wouldn't blame my husband for that. Um, but anyways, we're gonna move on to the next topic, and I'm just gonna say one more thing before we put on to the next topic. Just don't put those mental strains on your partner. It sucks already as is. I'm pretty sure the poor guy is already sitting there and beating himself up over that, and who knows, it may lead to something else later on. Of we all know what humans do when they get severely depressed. So don't push your partners to those breaking points. Go to therapy. Don't post online. Ask for help somewhere else besides from posting online and getting views and people agreeing with you on online and stuff like that. go to couples therapy, figure out the solution, figure out the problem, and just do it together as a couple in private. In my opinion, I wouldn't post it online, but that's my opinion. But
Hmm.
moving on to the next thing, there was an elderly
Piece of
woman
shit.
that died
I want
after
my
a
copper. It's all the
teenager
fuck way down there, but you're up there being a bitch.
worker beats her up, but the elderly woman struck the teenager first. The place was called, and this was actually on ABC News. Um, let's see, I think I remember the place. Tim Hortons, I think that's how you say it, right? Tim Hortons.
I think
Yes.
so, yeah.
Okay, my English is not very great, but so what happened in this video is that the elderly woman walked into the coffee shop after going through the drive-through, and I guess they got an order wrong for the coffee and stuff like that, and she started yelling at the, or seems to be yelling at the manager or having an altercation with the manager before the teenager steps in, and don't know what was said, don't know what happened, but the elderly woman seemed to either push the teenager to the side, and seemingly so in the video, punched the teenager in the face, which caused a reaction from the employee to beat up the elderly woman. Um, so at the same time, the elderly woman has heart disease, and apparently so that I think that's what the elderly woman passed away from.
How? Why?
Police in Fort Wayne, Indiana said 75-year-old Anita Grayson entered Tim Hortons to complain about her drive-through order and started arguing with the 17-year-old behind the counter. You can see a coworker then step between them before the customer appears to hit the younger worker first. That employee's manager then pushes the customer and the two tumble to the floor, where police said Grayson ripped out a chunk of the employee's hair. Minutes after the fight, Grayson was seen on the floor, and when police arrived, they found her unresponsive. Her daughter said she had heart trouble, and the family is upset over the whole thing and how it could even happen.
You should not enter a coffee shop for a coffee and a donut and come out unalived. That is diabolical.
So far, David, nobody has been charged, and the mayor of Fort Wayne is asking the community to not draw conclusions until all the facts have been released. David?
Aaron Katursky with us. Thank you.
And my main point of this is that, like, why? Why? Like, I think it was both parties' faults. We should all understand that at the end of the day, everybody's always going through something. And, you know, try to learn how to de-escalate the situation. But what would you do that in that moment, Tony, if a elderly person comes up to you and starts just raging in front of you, and they push you out of the way and like hit you in the face? I mean, we all know that if somebody swings the first punch, you have the right to self-defense. But how would you handle that situation?
Well, I mean, there's a difference between the right to self-defense and the right for offense, right? In the
Yeah.
video, the gentleman struck the woman. She falls down.
Yep.
If he left it there, even then, it's like, come on, dude, you hit an old woman. Like, that's fucked up, regardless.
Yeah.
They're old. My biggest problem is he went back. He was now no longer a defender, but an aggressor.
Yeah.
That being said, his actions led to the woman because he was the one being aggressive.
Yeah.
In the case where someone's being aggressive toward me, I haven't had anyone swing on me in the work scene. If it was to happen, I do 9 out of 10, just leave. I got a free day and I get paid. So
Yeah.
I get paid extra because I was assaulted at work.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is there's a difference between swinging with an open hand and swinging with a closed hand. It's gonna hurt and the impact's gonna be the fucking same. But if you swing with an open hand, and specifically try to push them backwards. If they fall and die, it's accidental. But if you close your hand and you swing to throw a punch, it's intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, they're going to fall. When you come back, again, I can't stress this enough. When you're the aggressor at any point, you are now liable for anything that happens.
Yep.
Now, enough saying that. Me in this case, I'm leaving. There's multiple
Yeah.
opportunities for this gentleman to be hit. He could have walked into the back. There's a back entrance. I know that because a lot of restaurants just have back entrances.
Yeah. Emergency exits and
And
stuff.
if he went to the back and she continued to be the aggressor, then that's when you want to play offense. That's when striking multiple times until they back off is appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also while you are trying to back up. If we're looking at this from a legal standpoint, and none of this is legal advice, but this is how they're going to consider it. Um, if you're not actively trying to leave, that's what they're going to look at. Are you
Mm-hmm.
actively trying to leave and defending yourself at the same time? If you can check both of those, you're probably going to be all right.
Yeah.
But at any point you start to be the aggressor, yeah, you're going to be fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's true. Um, and all this stuff can be looked online. The stuff that he's talking about, you could just look it up, and is actually there. Um, there's some things that I want to point out what you said. But let me first, like, if I was in this situation too, I honestly wouldn't. I wouldn't swing on an elderly person. You gotta understand that these older people are probably upset because of whatever reasons that they're going through that day. Just if I were to be punched at, I honestly wouldn't have any clue of what to do. I probably just would walk away. Um, I haven't
You'd
been in
probably cry.
much. Yeah, that no. I'll cry after. I'll find somewhere to go and cry after. But if somebody was supposed to be coming at me or hitting me in the face or punching me, I would honestly just break other things so that I don't hurt the person and just walk away and then cry after. But yeah, in that situation, this is this just goes to say to any people who are older or getting up in those years, you got to understand that yes, you're going to have bad days, but is it really worth your time to go into a coffee shop and cause hell for the workers that are probably underpaid, overworked, and you're making an issue? Um, Now, in the video, the family of the person that passed away, they were pretty upset. They want justice, of course. Rightfully so, I guess, because, you know, the teenager became the aggressor and went back for more, legally wise. But in my opinion, shit, dude, if that was my dad in that situation, I'll be pretty much just trying to figure out with my family. I wouldn't even go to the news station and try to figure it the fuck out because I'll just try to be staying home and be like, Dad, why did you do that? Like, you know what you got yourself into. You could have just went on with your day. Um, but this is all, like I said, this is all for the older people out there. Just go into the coffee shop, be like, hey, you messed up my order. If you're having a bad day, just you know what? Just throw out the cup of coffee and go somewhere else. If it's really your favorite place to have your cup of coffee at, go inside. Just say, hey, you got my order wrong. I'm having a pretty shitty day. And, I don't want no issues. I don't want no problems. Can I get another one? Simple as that. But,
Dude, I can't tell you how dumb. And I'm going to say this pretty openly for
mm-hmm.
anybody out there who's a customer and you're rude to somebody on the other side. We just look at you like you're the dumbest human beings in existence.
Yeah.
Because how are you this mad over food, over
Over
a
a cup of
drink?
coffee. Yeah.
To you, seems like a big deal. It's just because you're fucking dramatic. And I'm sorry to say this for anybody who's been upset about food orders. You're fucking dramatic.
In my opinion, yeah. No, you're right. I I think like the only time that I forgot something to order and I went inside and actually no, I did order it through the drive-through and I went inside. I was like, "Hey, I just went through the drive-through. I did say I wanted this specific item," and the lady gave me a whole attitude of like, "Well, I wasn't the one in the drive-through and this and that." And I was like, "Listen, I understand, but I have the receipt. I don't need no attitude." And I said it to the lady too. I was like, I didn't need no attitude." And she was like, "I didn't give you an attitude." And I'm like, "Well, you're kind of giving me one right now." And I was like, "I just want the damn sauce. Like, just give it to me. I'm not trying to cause an issue or a problem or anything. I will even pay for it. I don't care." But I went into my car after that and started crying because I was like, "What the fuck was wrong with this lady?" I was like, "I didn't care if you were in the drive-through or not. I just wanted the sauce. God damn it." But, you know, I didn't want to cause enough issues for that lady. I didn't want to be like, "Hey, why are you giving me an attitude? Give me my sauce and get your manager." No, like, fuck that. It wastes my day. It wastes my time. I could just simply pay for the item and go home or eat in the parking lot. I honestly believe that people who actually have problems with ordering food and giving problems to the people who are taking the orders are idiots. I have to admit, they are not smart people. They just want problems. And if you're that type of person out there that just gives problems to employees of service, they're servicing you. They have the right to refuse you if you give a
I don't
problem.
think anybody understands how much power they have when they start working for the company. You can just say, no, I refuse to serve you.
Yeah,
Legally, you don't have to. There's nothing they can say, nothing they can do to force you to change. And they can't even go after you because of that.
yeah. But then there's a lot of people out there that's like, "Oh, the customers are right." No, shut the
See,
fuck
that's
up.
management. That's not your HR department.
Yeah, if you want to take it up to the CEO of the company, write a nice letter because it's never going to be looked at anyways. So just or write the review. It's not going to be looked at anyways because AI is probably going to generate a response to you and say, "Oh, we're so sorry. We hope your next experience is okay." You're not cared about. Literally. No one cares about you
To be
in
honest,
in
but the
that kind
stories
of
on Reddit, too, people will join you and laugh at those people.
mm-hmm. You're at the end of the day, if you're going in and recording these workers, you're being laughed at. I mean, if the employee is giving you a problem, then maybe you have some form of right to be like, "You know what, you're being a dick." But in these type of situations, you're going back in for a cup of coffee. Please don't do that. These people are overworked. They're probably being underpaid. Just go home. I'm not saying everybody is probably stupid about it. I probably did say that earlier a couple of minutes ago that like people who do this are kind of stupid. But condolences to the family, honestly. But don't do
It's an
it.
unfortunate it is. It's just another death to the pile.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's this channel's come a little bit of transparency. If you take it the wrong way, take it the wrong way. But if you know you have medical issues, why are you going in and causing a damn problem? Just go home. Make your cup of coffee at home.
here's a better question. If you're living your life to the point where a coffee order, a food order, or just a generic order, you start yelling like it's life or death, I'm gonna make fun of you. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make fun of you. That is the funniest shit out there. People get
Yeah.
mad at me because they take a wrong turn. How are you mad at me for your ignorance?
Mm-hmm.
Just say,
Most
oh,
of it.
sorry.
Yeah.
Don't even say sorry. Like, okay, where do I need to go? I'm like, all right, you just need to go this way. 90% of the time, I'm going to clear traffic so you can go in.
Mm-hmm.
If you're being
Yeah.
disrespectful, I'm going to be like, okay, I'm going to cone off the section that you can't drive and be like, you need to back up and figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For me, it's more of like I agree with you, you know, but at the end of the day, like if Yet again, if you have a problem with a fucking cup of coffee, make it at home. I'd rather make my cup of coffee at home. And if it's your favorite place that you want to go to, find substitutions or find the same brand on Amazon. That's what the fucking online is for. Find it. Find it online, buy it, brew it yourself, and make it at home. If you're just out there trying to cause problems for workers and stuff like that, just know that at the end of the day, you're not going to be really in the right, and people are just going to look at you and be like, you're stupid. You're stupid for doing that.
Also, for anybody out there, just a random bit of information. If any of you out there are struggling with sleep or you really need something to get you through the day, I'd recommend throwing a little bit of creatine monohydrate into your coffee or a little bit of creatine into your water. It's going to help your brain recover from those very short sleeping days.
Yeah, and if you're having troubles with sleep too, chamomile tea helps out a lot, with the relaxation of the brain, anxiety, and all that stuff. Um,
I will say for some of you out there who, they're struggling a little bit, a good idea is to put the phone away prior to going to bed. For some of you out there who live in the tech field, it's just going to be a little harder for you to sleep. There's just blue light keeping you up, any real light keeping you up. So it's
yeah,
unfortunate, but I will say you guys are our backbones, 100% our tech field out there. Everybody who works for tech companies that help out with shipping, delivery, and just generic tech jobs, fucking salute you guys. Thank you for your
yeah,
service.
yes, and especially like U.S. postal services and all that stuff. Like all the service companies out there, like I salute you guys. I try not to give a problem to anybody who I'm calling, who's taking my order, who's delivering stuff to me. Like they already have it tough as it is. Their job is so stressful. It's very taxing, especially delivery drivers or U.S. postalmen. Um, they go through a lot to get your stuff where it needs to be. And if you're just gonna keep constantly giving a problem, don't do it. It's not. They have other places to be than listening to you yell at them. It's not their fault that your package didn't come in yesterday. It's not their fault that you got your package wrong. Like, come on, just call the services. Either bring it back to the postal mail or tell them, hey, this is wrong. What can I do? Ask questions. Don't act first. Don't have the ignorance of being playing the card of like victim and all that bullshit. No, just enough. Everybody's going through already something. Why are you contributing to it? Why are you doing that? Don't do that. But drop your guys' comments below of this second topic. Um, Tell us what you think, and if you're working for any services companies, tell us your worst experience with a customer. Because honestly, like I would love to read it in the next one. Since this is technically our first episode, I hope you guys can give us a follow, a like, and I really hope to see you guys for the rest of the future and see where this goes. Um, a little disclaimer is that the most things that we talk in here isn't professional. Uh, we're all saying I'm saying this so that we can save our asses. Hold on, Wolf. I saw you unmute. Give me a second. Um, Crap. I was gonna say something else, but disclaimer wise, condolences to the family. Condolences to the wife that she got into that accident. Sorry that happened to you, but be smart. That's all I have to say. It's a little blunt, but be smart. Don't be stupid. Um, but I think the next topic that I wanted to talk about as well too, and this is actually that um, came from Wolf. He said that apparently in Japan they are starting to record dreams, which is very interesting. The first and second topic was about me, and then Tony also asked the human behavior and how it affects others, and just to say that we're all coming up with ideas here. But Wolf, if you have any information about that, that's very interesting. Recording dreams.
So they've made the first it's a kind of MRI machine, and what it does is it takes images of the brain and the brain frequencies, but at the same time is working with an AI that they have made specifically for this task. And the AI, it took a while for it to learn, but now it's finally able to actually display the images that the person says that they were dreaming about
Oh wow. So
without
it's
them
not
seeing the
really.
information. So it's not
Oh,
really like a full-on recording yet, but it's enough to
okay.
at least say that, like, okay, this guy saw this in his dream. This guy saw this. So one day we are on the road track to have literal Star Wars Imperial brain scanners
You know
where
what this is sounding like?
they don't even need to get the truth out of you. They just scan your brain and be like, hey, you're a
You're
rebel.
lying. Yeah,
You're
you're
lying to me.
lying. You know what?
So we're
You know
getting
what?
closer and closer.
Yeah, no, right, right. You know what this starting to sound like? Have it, if and this is goes for the audience as well too. Have you guys like seen SAO Sword Art Online? This is what
No.
it's starting. I know probably not for you, Tony, but it's basically
Yellow
an
and this
anime.
nerd.
Okay.
I shouldn't be saying anything. I'm the most nerdiest one here.
That's why I'm like, Jujutsu Kaisen, having ass fan over here.
Such a filthy mouth.
It's starting to sound a little bit like SEO. If you ever watch SEO or haven't watched Sword Art Online, it's basically about in Japan. That's where the setting takes place, no matter what with anime. Um, it's about this person creating like the VR headsets that we have today. Uh, it's basically these people having VR headsets, but their brainwave linked to a server, and they get stuck in that world. And if you die, you die in real life. But I'm not gonna get too much into it. I'm pretty sure there's some people who's not seen the show yet. The first 3 seasons are pretty good, but it kind of falls off. That's my only warning. I'll probably talk about it another time. Trying not to give out spoilers or people who haven't watched it and stuff. But that was kind of like the gist for Tony. But Wolf, I have a question. I have a question real quick. So is it like them sleeping where they're recording it, or is them talking about the dream where it could
So
just
they waited for them to go into something called REM sleep, and once they hit the REM sleep, they started the machine and activated the AI at the same time in order to record any brainwave data that they can find. So, my real question to y'all is when this starts becoming more of a more tangible technology, what is the morale and like legal boundaries that this is breaching? Because
Oh
now that means
man.
your dreams aren't even safe anymore.
Yeah, because like don't people have nightmares from like bad things that they do if they have guilt over it?
Yeah,
Yeah, so interesting.
just think where this
What
technology can lead, and just ask yourself what's wrong, what's right. But at the same
so
time, it
you're
doesn't even matter because the governments will do it anyways. It's just more the sense of how far until it's considered
wrong or right.
inhumane. No,
So you're
inhumane, to be
asking
honest.
Oh, okay. So you're asking if this type of technology is either inhumane at some point, or what are you asking?
Depending on which route this technology goes, it can go 3 ways. One, military gets involved and starts using it to interrogate their own prisoners of war in order to get the information they need, which could be
Mm-hmm.
plus or bads depending on what's happening.
Yeah.
The other thing is, if this ever became a technology that police used on civilians in order to get stuff out of them, because don't just think dreams. If we can record the dreams, think about how far until we can just start recording someone's brainwaves while they're awake. Because
Yeah.
if we can start with the dreams, there's going to be a point where we can get to the point where they are just awake and we can just scan it and just tell if they're committing the crime or not.
Hmm.
So
I'm
the
gonna
legal
ask.
system itself would literally collapse, in my opinion, because then there'd be no such thing as lawyers anymore. It would just be more the sense of, did they do it or did they not?
Yeah, it
And
would
then
kind of be
that's the
also
point where I feel like I'm
investigation
asking y'all
services.
yeah, that's where I'm asking y'all, where do you feel like it will go too far?
How about you, Tony? What do you think about it?
I don't think it's going to get to the point where I think if the government has the technology to use it, if they use it, they're going to use it. But I think people would just have a general problem with it
Mm.
if we're talking about the sense of like, oh, taking information from prisoners of war. I mean, dreams are just really random. I mean, you would have to understand every detail of a person, and then you're still making assumptions based off of their dream. It's not like they're gonna dream about their mission, they're gonna dream about this and that. Shit, I can't control my fucking dreams. You can't control your dreams. So whatever your dreams come out, it's gonna say something about you as a person. I think that's the only
Yeah.
kind of information they're really gonna get from that. Things that you enjoy, things you're afraid of, and how you react in your dreams is just something entirely different than how you would in general. But shit, if you know your dream, you act like a badass, right? But wouldn't do certain things in a dream you wouldn't realize.
This kind of also seems like that movie Divergent. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't watch the full series. I got so unhooked with that movie series. I'm sorry. I just lost so much interest.
So basically, Divergent is that like, actually, let me get a little quick rundown before I explain. I'm looking up right now.
Blonde girl thinks she different, so she become part of different faction, and well, that is falling apart. And I'm joking.
But to answer your question, Wolf, I mean, like, I honestly out there, uh, they already have lie detectors, you know. So I mean,
Yeah, but
I
those
know,
are
I know.
50-50. They can find out if you can
Yeah,
control how
you could control. Yeah,
your breathing patterns and all that, because they go based off breathing patterns, heartbeat, and all that, which people have gone around. I mean more of the application. I think I should have said it a little bit better. I think right now, okay, it's fine. You scan a dream, you can learn what they dreamed about, because that can be literally fucking anything. But I meant more in the sense of now that we can scan a dream and see what that person's dreaming about. I'm more saying of the future application of while you're awake, when you're not dreaming, and when they can just literally look into what you're thinking about in general.
yes. Okay, so I was gonna, I was gonna let you finish
My
anyways.
fault.
But what I was trying to say is that the aspect of figuring out people's like a lie detector test, it's already out there. So I don't think people are gonna really have much of a problem if a criminal goes on for trial. Like let's say they murdered somebody, but they don't really know. They try to lie detector test first. They don't really see anything, but they have like a collective of evidence that the person did do it. If they were to use that type of technology to figure out in their dreams if they did anything wrong, or if it's advanced enough where they are awake and we can actually read people's minds. I think it's a little beneficial, but at the end of the day, actually, no. I think it's very beneficial because a lot of people are accused of a lot of things and put away into jail for being innocent
Mm-hmm.
until proven guilty.
I
Um,
I do say it would become beneficial in my opinion as well. I was just
yes.
wondering in y'all's noggins what's considered too far and what's considered okay.
No,
Me personally, I think it's perfectly good technology to use. If we can prove that a man's innocent or guilty just based off of what we can scan off their brain, fuck it. That means they did it. In my opinion, if you can tell that they fucking did it, they did it.
yeah.
I
So
feel like there'll
like,
be some people out there that's gonna have issues. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna finish the thought real quick. I feel like there's gonna
mhm.
be some people out there who's gonna like rebel against this, saying like, "Oh, it's a breach of my privacy. It's a breach of my right of like this, that, yada, 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 yada."
Yeah, but
I
that
feel like if that's the case, you have shit to hide.
yes. Okay, so I don't think anybody. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody will be like that out there. But if they're pushing it to be more of a public thing, where people are using it on just normal terms, then yes, it's a breach of privacy. There should be a little bit of a law behind it of breaching of privacy and getting too much involved into the public life. It should be strictly justice purposes. where they can record dreams. Now, I mean, they can record people's dreams to see what kind of nightmares they're having. Maybe they could do a little bit more research about lucid dreaming. That's also another topic that I could talk about next time, about like the spiritual stuff, because I love talking about that stuff, and I love telling Wolf and
Little
Tony
ghost
about.
girl.
Yeah, I love telling Wolf and Tony about some of that, lucid dreaming, people being astral projected out of their body and stuff like that. You know, besides that fact, the government hides a lot of stuff that we don't know. And you know what I have
Remember,
realized?
wherever you think they have 40 years ago.
Yeah. And you know what's so funny? Like, the movies that they come out with, like, about diseases or technologies and sci-fi movies and stuff like that. Like, I think honestly, I think it's the government giving you basically a snippet of what they actually really have in the background and what they can do. They're just trying to show you so that you won't be freaked out. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, just let's take the instance of aliens, right? Everybody remembers Independence Day. Back in the day, that was the biggest thing of like people being scared over aliens, yada yada. People were freaking out about it. Also, after Wolf, can you look up to see if Independence Day came out first besides World at War? Which
War of the
one came
Worlds,
out
you mean? But
first?
also, if you didn't know, the United States just released the files about actual real UFOs, and they're declassified completely.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
actually
yeah.
want to know.
But yeah. Go ahead and look it up for yourself, guys. It's crazy. But can you tell me which one came out first? I think it was Independence Day though, but I want to make sure I'm
Oh,
right.
wait, which one between which? Oh, yeah, definitely Independence Day. It's way before fucking
Okay,
War
so
War.
so let's say that movie will
I'll
that
look up the exact date, though.
yeah. So Independence Day came out at that time, and then that was I felt like that was kind of like a little bit of a
Damn,
bigger. Hmm?
1986.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, the
that's
War of Worlds was like early 2000s, I think.
yes. I think it was in 2006, from what I remember.
Roughly. Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, back in his prime. Anyways,
Concept.
um, let's see. Um, I
Careful, he
am
put you into
wondering.
Scientology.
Scientology.
Yeah, that's his religion. If you
Oh
didn't know,
God.
he
I
releases
know,
Scientology.
I know. It's what a terrible religion. It's basically a cult at this point, but we're not gonna get into that.
Well, you just upset all of them. They're gonna come after you.
I don't care. They're basically a cult at this point, cause
Oh
fuck.
Lord, what have you done to us? I'm gonna wake up with a pipe bomb in my fucking mailbox. Thank you.
I'll have them knocking at my fucking door, and I'll be like, "Huh?" No, listen. I believe in science. I do. I really do. But when you push it down as a religion, that's where I'm like, okay. And I'm probably gonna upset some Christians out there. Please stop pushing your religion down people's throats. You can preach, you can talk about God, but don't, please, don't stop pushing it down people's throats. Just, just
I'm gonna
chill.
say out of all the religions that push it down to people's throats, Christian is definitely one of them. But the biggest one is the big M's, Muslims.
Yeah, that
Very
too.
big. A lot of
No,
countries have really fastly converted into
yeah.
Muslims in a very short amount of time. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna upset some people about this,
Yes.
but
This
it's
is
very
not.
wild.
Yeah, we're not saying this to anger anybody. We're just trying to tell you, like, just be mindful of people, and I think that's what the whole main point is today's episode. Is just be mindful of the things that you're doing.
Live the way you want to live. At the same time, be mindful.
Be
I'm not saying you can't
mindful.
be
You
Muslim, you
can,
can't be Christian. Just live the
yeah,
way you want, but at the same time, just don't shove it down people's throats.
yeah, because some people just want to live their lives. They don't want to be like pushed so many times to talk about something or told that you
Yeah,
need Jesus. Like, please
just be like Garfield, man.
eat lasagna.
Be
Just
like
chill.
Garfield. He was such a chill
Live your
guy.
life. You know, you can talk about God. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you can talk about it, but just don't be coming to my fucking house like Jehovah's. Please, please stop coming to my house. I don't want to join your religion.
I don't
But
have money. I'm sorry.
I don't have money either. But anyways, listen, guys. We're not talking about religion right now. We could probably talk about that in the next episode here. But I feel like with like, I'm not gonna say Independence Day was the biggest thing. That was just the first thing that popped into my head. Let's see. Independence Day was like my time. I was born in the 2000s. All right. So my time seeing that shit, I was like, holy crap. That's so cool. But I think the government was just slowly pushing out. Um,
Your time? What are you 40 years old?
I said I was born in the 2000s. Did you not hear me?
Yeah,
And I
you
said in the beginning.
said Independence Day is 1986 though.
I know, but when I was born in 2000s, that movie kept on popping up a lot because it was very popular. Besides from like what the Aliens versus Predators movie.
Yeah, that was very big during when we grew up.
Yeah,
Fuck,
it was that one, and it was Independence Day for what I remember in the early 2000s. And then when
War of the Worlds.
War
You
of
were
the
6 years
Worlds.
old when it came out. Actually, 5.
Yes, yes. Can you not? Actually, I'm gonna have to cut that out because I don't want people to know when I was exactly on.
Oh, my fault.
Besides that, so right around that time, I felt like the government was slowly pushing that ideology out of, hey, we have aliens. So if we slowly pushed out this idea, maybe we could push out other things in movies where many people will watch it. And then they believe, oh, it's science fiction. No. There's some things that are probably actually really true out there and stuff like that that you guys just don't know about. So just be mindful of the movies that you watch. Don't get too scared. Listen, aliens are aliens. Prepping is prepping. Be prepared. Don't go crazy. Don't steal toilet paper. It's not 2020, please. Please.
She needs her toilet
stop,
paper. She goes to the
stop
bathroom
stealing.
a lot.
Dude, come on. What the fuck is wrong with you?
What?
No,
That ain't bad.
I use wipes. Okay, I don't use toilet paper.
Were you above us? Are you levitating just because you?
Yes,
Just because
I
you
am
use
above
wipe?
you. You wipers of the dry
Listen, I
paper.
use bare
I am.
hands like a man.
Okay, monkey. Start
I use
throwing your poop.
bare hands. Yep. Yep. It's the only way to really do it. No. I'm good for the environment. I'm very good for the
Okay.
environment.
That reminds me.
I'm not cutting down any trees to poop.
You know what? You're right. Just use a leaf at this point. Come on. Make sure it's not poison ivy.
Make sure it has 3 leaves. You know, just
No, that's poison
while
ivy.
you're mid poop on the toilet, get up, run outside, find a leaf, go back inside, and wipe. In that order.
Please, guys, do not find a 3-leafed plant. It's probably poison ivy. Do not wipe your ass with it.
Please do.
No, unless you want to be horrendously itchy. Then don't do it. Probably
Burns.
too. It burns. Please don't do it, because your downstairs area are very sensitive.
Little.
No, but
not a pleasant experience.
what a pleasant experience. Unless you're a masochist and you have problems. By all means, go for it.
Unless you're a what? Gym bros out there. And a vice left.
What? I said unless you're a masochist, then I guess go for it.
Yeah, like all my gym bros out there, bro. We probably a little bit.
You guys have issues if you're wanting to destroy your body.
All
right, masochist.
No, you're just crazy.
Those crazy ones.
We're all a little crazy. It's okay.
I'm not going down that path.
Okay.
Wants to doom.
Oh, I was gonna talk about the Divergent movie.
There's a movie?
Yeah, there's a Divergent movie.
Huh.
It basically says Divergent is a 2014 dystopian scientific film based in the Veronica Ruth best-selling novel.
Narvel? Okay, so we got dystopian and
Novel.
Your first one?
Narvel.
Wait.
Dystopian.
Dystopian, my dystopian
Dystopian.
Narvel. You still fucked it up.
Nar. Oh, nar.
Oh, don't get that
Dystopian,
positive.
dystopian, or dystopia.
Listen, my language is not okay. Okay, I'm not gonna go to that
You're
accent,
born
but
here. You speak English.
English
First
is
language
not
English.
good for me. I'm a
Oh
little,
Lord.
I'm not that smart in the English language.
I think you lost a few chromosomes during this conversation.
Okay,
Mhm.
good. Anyways, okay, so it's set off in a walled off futuristic Chicago society is divided into five factions based on human virtues, selflessness, bravery, honesty, and intelligence and peace. The story follows a young girl who fits discovers she fits into multiple groups, making her a dangerous threat to authoritarian system. Um, and the reason why I'm relating this a little bit to recording of dreams, and it kind of just like feels like that a little bit because in that movie they record people's dreams. They put them to sleep and they record their dreams to see what they would do and basically like faction them out of where they're supposed to go. And honestly, that's kind of what it's sounding like. Imagine like the post-apocalyptic world where we need to be divided into factions and they just use that type of technology. Like this kind of correlates to me saying like movies kind of tell you the secrets of stuff. Just keep that in mind. Think about it. Put it down in the comments. What are your thoughts? Tell us. We want to know.
Dawson Hirsch is crazy.
No. You're crazy. Do you have any more thoughts about that, Tony, or are you kind of just like, you gave your 2 cents?
Dude, there's not much I could really add. I mean, when it comes to, like, let's say another pandemic. I mean, we've been hearing a lot about this. What was this virus that starts with an H?
Hantavirus.
Hantavirus. Then you were saying something in Arizona. Which one was that?
Apparently there's a plague in Arizona, but that happened like I think it's only specifically in Arizona. I think it happened because of a squirrel or something, but it's just not current apparently. I did a little bit more research about that the other day. It's not really current right now, but it is in Arizona and it hasn't moved. So just know that plagues are still out there.
Yeah, no dirt. But
Yes.
I think when it comes to anybody out there who wants to get into like the prepared world, um, people are gonna make really weird decisions. Clearly, as COVID kind of shown,
Mm-hmm.
some of it makes sense. If you guys want to start from somewhere, keep a case of waters in your house. That's always a nice place to start. You don't need a lot of fancy tools or equipment. Go to the Dollar Tree, get some canned food. That's better than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Stock up on medicine. That's going to be your biggest thing. You could barter with it. You can trade with it. People are going to want to feel better as fast as possible. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah. And also another thing is that if you're storing containers of water, store container water. I think it's like almost. I forgot how many gallons of water it is per person. You're gonna have to switch it out every so often. I think it's like every 10 months that you will have to switch out that water because water has like bacteria in it. So use the water per person. And if ever your power goes out and stuff like that, at least you have some water on the side. Also, canning is a really good thing for learn how to can. You can go to your local farmers market. You can go to your farmers and say, "Hey, I want the products that you haven't sold this year, and I want to can them." And they probably will sell it for you cheap too. And it's basically with like also meat products. Go to your local farmers. Stop going to the store. Go to the store whenever you need it to be, but your local farmers are struggling out there. Use them. Utilize it. There's a lot of farmers markets out there. And if you're in a city, try to find to see if there's any like opening of gardens, community gardens, and see if anybody's selling stuff there. That's what I found out, and honestly, it's a big game changer. I haven't bought like I go to a butcher, my local butcher. I go to farmers markets to get fresh vegetables and stuff like that, and honestly, I feel better. There's not a lot of pesticides. There's not a lot of chemicals and processed stuff. Be mindful. Be smart.
Be loyal. You smart.
Be loyal. Be smart. But Wolf, is there anything you want to add so that I can, probably start ending this video here? And
I got nothing else.
all right. So
Just I hope you guys enjoyed me building a whole walkway. A lot of scary things happening while we were talking about this. They'll know.
yeah, no, most definitely. We're gonna show his gameplay and stuff like that. So welcome, guys. This is the M Lab, and I hope you guys are ready for what we're cooking up. So again, if you guys want to drop any comments in the comment section, tell us what we want to talk about, give us opinions, ideas. Anything is very much welcomed. We appreciate you guys' feedback, and don't spread hate. Just spread some love and be smart. But if
They're gonna do it now that you said it.
Huh?
They're gonna do it now because you said it.
Yeah,
you fuckers do not do it.
Do not. They're gonna kill some random poor bastard out there just because you said this.
Okay. Do not
You
do
should
that
feel
unless you want to.
about it. It's your fault.
It's your fault, baby.
Alright, guys. So, anyways, this is the goal of this channel. I'm hoping to post every Mondays and Fridays. If not, I'll probably be posting on the weekends, like a Saturday, and then post on Monday. For the future of this content, I would like to post more gameplays. If not, I'll probably make a separate channel for games and stuff like that, because we play a multitude of games here. We love to talk about anime and all that stuff. So if you guys have anything, drop it down below. Leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.